I've been doing this humming project since 2009 when I was in Berlin. And at the time, I didn't know what I was doing, like many artists when they started to do something. So I was commissioned by some group, some organization to do the public installation at the Schlossplatz in the Mitte. And I thought that maybe I should start collecting Berliners humming. So I asked people in Berliners, and do you have a song that reminds you of your childhood? And if you have a song, could you hum it? Could you hum them for me? So the idea was that I would like to hear people's voice. That's first, but then I don't want the lyrics or linguistic power overtaking what's in it. So I want to suppress the linguistic structure or linguistic force, so that whatever that is coming with the humming will be transferred and we can listen to them. So that was the initial idea about humming in 2009. And then, since then, I got to learn a lot from this practice. I've been doing humming project on and off. This is not a systemic, very structured or have a really good objective kind of project. It was impromptu. Whenever that happens, whenever I feel like, or whatever the occasions, I do these humming project. So I'm going to play one snippet. This is a collection of hummings that I put together, and this is about 5 minutes long piece, if you call it. Then when I play it and listen, and you will hear some very interesting aspects about humming.
I heard it from my mother.
The village schools that do music and all the classical ones. It's sort of hard and try and handle them or the hymn tune. And that's the hymn tune for a reason. All things bright and beautiful if I can. My hum isn't very good either, my voice isn't very good. My voice is very weak. My voice is very weak.
Oh, what a beautiful morning from Oklahoma.
Yeah. Could you hum it again?
Mm-hmm. Like that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know.
And the title of my lecture says humming, listening and touching at the limit. But actually, my talk really will be about listening. The reason is because if you think about humming, I don't know when was the last time you hummed, but when you hum, you are not actually making sound. You're actually listening. So this is very strange thing you do. And then it got me think more and more about why humming, despite the fact this is a vocalic act, but then it is really about listening. And then I was thinking about how humming, the operation of humming is that you need to close your mouth. Then there is no lyrics. You have a very limited the capacity of your lung. So you have a upper bodies resonate, and what you do is that you are listening. So this got me thinking. I know now I'm explaining this to you very simple terms, but it took me long for me to realize that humming is actually listening. And it is not just a simple listening, it's a listening at the limit. Because if you think about it, humming is just before a silence. What is a silence? You are not making no sound at all. Maybe out of breath, you are about to die, maybe you are dead. Then there is a sound, there is no sound, silence. Just before the death, just before you are being out of breath, there is a humming. So the question is that, what does a listen do? Now, if you think about this, the question seems simple, but it could be much simpler if we say, what does a sound do? So we are asking not about sound, we're asking about listen. This is a simple process, but pointing finger to the other way. Sounds happen no matter where you are, but without us listening, one might say there's no sound. I don't know whether you believe or not. So for us, I think a key question is that, what is that this listen does? What's going on when we listen? Here, I'm going to share some kind of a link between, that I see the similarity between having a listen and doing philosophy. Here, I would like to quote maybe some quotes from the two philosophers. One is the Timothy Morton. So Timothy Morton, he has a really wonderful, very strange video lecture. It's very strange. He was just looking at his iPhone or something, and he started lecturing. And there, he talked about philosophy. What is philosophy? And he says that, okay, philosophy is, in Greek word, a love of wisdom. And then I say, okay, what is listening? Why do we ever do listen? Because deep down, we love sound, right? If you don't love sound, why the heck do you want to listen ever? So some kind of love is involved, right? Some kind of a love of sound. But that's not enough. We need to go deeper. And thankfully, Timothy Morton gives us a bit of a clue. He says that, yeah, philosophy is a love of wisdom, but what kind of wisdom? There are two kinds of wisdom, he says. One is that a set of instructions, like fortune cookies. So something happens and you go there and then take a look at the solution. That kind of wisdom. And then there are the other kind of wisdom where there is a feeling. He says feeling. He says a truth feel. Some kind of feeling that this doesn't feel good, or this doesn't sound good. And these feelings is not just the regular feelings. He's talking about feelings coming from the future. We are gradually going down the spiral. Love for resounding. When we do this process of a sound being resounding, what is happening is that we started to care. If we do not care for whatever that is resounding, then we are not in the listening, surely. So we started to care about the sound that are resounding. Now, the care is another word, is actually curate. Care and curate, they from the same the root of the word. Now, so then we can say that perhaps the listening. What does the listen do? Listen does that there's a love for some kind of sound that resound, but we start curating. We perhaps listen to some sound that we want resounding. The others, no, I don't want that to be resounding. As best possible, I start to exclude them. Although it's not actually possible, but we start curating them so they go together and resounding. So, just summarize. What does a listen do? Listen creates a very peculiar persona called porous listening selves. This listening selves or listening does happen in so-called this plane of sonic immanence. And how does it work? It works like a touch. And as a touch, it also introduced withdrawal. And hence, listening is always a liminal process. And when it happens as a liminal process, it creates sound images. This idea of their listening that I've been thinking about, as I mentioned, it's not just the existential or philosophical aspects of listening, but I think it's also deeply connected to how we listen as we face the global crisis, like water issues. So recently, between 2024 and 2026, the Future of Listening project started in 2023, but then with the water issues that we started in 2024 with the partners from Forum Lenteng in Jakarta, and then Ubankup in Istanbul, tackling water issues by trying to tap into local water knowledge that is hidden from us. And perhaps that we can tap into this hidden local water knowledge through listening. So that's the future of listening.